need to have a vision. We need to dwell on things that are going to move us forward to greatness, to good things. So first off is get a vision. If you don't have one, if you don't know where you want to head in life, I suggest take time, pray about it, spend time in scripture, allow God to give you those next steps, allow him to give you that vision. Now, if you know God, you know he's not going to give you the whole picture, because then faith isn't required. So don't get scared that God's just like, showing you a little bit, or maybe a big end result, and you're like, wait, how am I ever going to get there? He will give it to you step by step. As you step out in faith, he will give you the next step, then the next step. See, faith, we have to please God with respect, be in awe of him, have faith. Without faith, it is impossible to please God. So if you get a vision from the Lord and it just looks so big and you're like, hold up, how am I ever going to do that? And then there's a part of you that's like, it's way too big. And then you don't take those baby steps to get there. You're going to miss out. So if you get that vision, oh my gosh, that's a treasure. So make a vision board. Whatever he has given you, whatever is really heavy on your heart that you want to accomplish, see it every day. Think about it. Pray about it. Take those baby steps. So make a vision board. Have it somewhere where you could see it. Get a bunch of magazines. Take some time. Cut out pictures that can just remind you of where you are going. It is so important to know where you're going. Keep your head in the game. Vision board. What is really important, number one is spending time with God daily, because you can't do a God thing without a close relationship with him. You need the strength. You need the power. You need the love. And the big thing is, know your distractions. Know the things that are keeping you down, keeping you away from that. There are things that can look really good and think, oh, well, that's a really good thing I need to keep doing. Let me tell you, I have not moved forward in so many things because I thought, oh, these distractions are good things. So if you are moving forward and you have a plan of like, okay, I'm going to do this next and I'm going to do that next, and you really believe that this is where you are to go, well, then know those things that come up. Like people are like, hey, why don't you come out? Or, we're doing this ministry. Why don't you help with that? And you're like, yeah, that does look good. And I should help people. Well, if your vision is to help people and it's for God's kingdom, stay focused on that. God will help these other people in the ways that they need to be helped, if that's of him. I'm not saying, okay, you have to go off the grid and totally forget about everything. Something might arise and God's like, that's all right. You know what? Just put that on hold for a little while and go ahead and help this. But know your distractions. Know if that is from the Lord and if not. It's just like anything. It's like, you want to exercise. Oh, well, that good movie is on and, you were about to go out the door, or, I don't know, a friend called and really needs you. Well, can you tell that friend, hey, I'll call you when I get back from the gym, or, maybe text while you're on the bike at the gym, helping your friend out. Think of these things. Be so aware, because distractions will keep you down and keep you away from the promised land. I really liked planning the night before. That really helps. Like, I know, like, okay, I have a lot to do the day, or maybe I don't even know what I should be doing the next day. I will sit and I'll be like, all right, Lord, what is really, I call it a celestial board meeting. So I'll either do it the night before or the morning of, but it's so good to know when you wake up, okay, this is my next step. Mine definitely is wake up, take my Bible, take my stuff. It might be, my journal, my devotional. Some days it's different, but I always set that time to go be with the Lord. I need him. I need him for my calming. He's my GABA. He is what sets the tone for the day. He is my love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness. And I'm not saying I just need it right in the morning. I might need it throughout the day. So, on my lunch break, if I need to go and be away with the Lord and bring my food, or sometimes, instead of going to grab something to eat and I just need to fill up on Him, I do. If I need a few minutes just to excuse myself, just to be like, all right, Lord, I need you. But part of our goals is to stay in His peace and have His energy and to have that strength. So really be aware of that too when you need more of the Lord throughout the day to keep you going. The other thing is celebrate your accomplishments. It is so important that you are thinking about, okay, if I do this, not to get something, but it just helps to encourage you. So if you celebrate those small and big accomplishments, they're going to help keep you going. And when you step out and do something, think about how you handle it. Like if you're not up to par, like say you stepped out and you did a speaking engagement and you were like, oh my gosh, I totally just bombed that. What the heck did I just say? If you are not lighthearted with it, if you don't come back to the drawing board and say, okay, how could I do things better? Or encourage yourself and say, well, you tried, you stepped out. It's all about the momentum, moving forward. If you decide to start beating yourself up, regretting, you're just setting yourself up for destruction. I lived in that. So please stay away from beating yourself up, from being too hard on yourself. When you do something, say, wow, good job. You stepped out. You tried. And then the next time you're going to get better. I mean, look at sports. You don't start out as, the end result. You keep working at it, keep working at it, keep working at it. I mean, how many shots did Michael Jordan miss? Like, that's what it's all about, is moving forward. God's always saying, I'm doing something new. Please do not beat yourself up. It's not going to set yourself for moving forward in a more encouraging way. The other one is give yourself some fun things to do along the way. Don't just stay focused on, all right, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do that. If you don't take your day of rest every week, first of all, you're not honoring God. And you want to honor Him because His ways are best. He knows what's the best for your body, what's best for your life. And plus, He doesn't want your heart to be so focused on work, because then you think that you're just a robot and it's all about, oh, you have to do this and do that and do that. I grew up thinking I have to do this, I have to do that. And I lost a lot of who I was. So give yourself timeouts throughout the day, take your day of rest, do some fun things. I make sure I have one day that I have planned, one evening after work that I do something fun. And then if something else comes up throughout the week and I got my stuff done and there's something fun to do, I go ahead and do it. But I always plug in something fun to do each week, because it just reminds you that you should enjoy life. You should work hard, but you should enjoy life too. So stay focused on your goals. If you don't know what your goals are, we could work together, or get with a friend, get with somebody who is doing what you want to do. Meet with somebody who is beyond you so that you can learn and grow, and then they can help you set goals. But you also need to strategize. It's one thing to say, okay, I'm going to lose 20 pounds. Well, how are you going to get there? Start plugging it into your calendar. I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week. What days are you going to go? What are you going to have to take away from your schedule? What, movie are you not going to watch, or show you're not going to watch because you're going to go to the gym? But you know what? Going to the gym, now there's TV shows at the gym, so you could still watch a show. But know too, your plate. What do you have on your plate that's taking you away from the things that you want to do? The other thing is, find research, find people, maybe not in your circle or near you, but go on YouTube and find somebody that's doing what you're doing. Watch videos, read books, surround yourself around the things that you want to become. Get it into your mind. Like, for instance, I love being a life coach. I love it. I love to see my clients taking the next step and accomplishing something and then going forward. So I watch other life coaches. I get to know more skills. I learn more about behaviors and I am aware of myself. I learned so much just by, okay, I'm feeling this way. How do I get out of it? I'm not feeling motivated. How do I get out of it? I pray to the Lord. He has shown me so much just through my own faults, my own weaknesses. So be aware of yourself, learn from others, watch videos, keep your mind focused on the things that you want to do. And yeah, like I said, the distractions, know your hindrances, the things that are keeping you down. Hey, if you're not eating well, that's going to keep you down from moving forward because you're going to feel lethargic. We make 90% of our neurotransmitters in our gut. So if our gut is off, our brain is off. Eat well. If you're only eating one vegetable a day, if you're not eating any vegetables a day, make your goal be 2 vegetables. If you're eating 3, make your goal be 5 vegetables. A nice big salad is awesome. I would say have a salad every day. Just something to bring that pH up in your gut and to make you feel good. So know those things that are bringing you down. Are you having too many people calling on you, too much drama going on? Know who is dramatic in your circle and who needs to be just asked to, hey, I'm, really planning to do something and I'm just going to be not as available. I understand we're called to love people, but we are also much better off when we have boundaries, healthy boundaries. Going to sleep early. Sometimes you need to change that bedtime. Get a better night's sleep. So self-care is huge. That could definitely be a hindrance when we are not having self-care. Another thing is excellence. Doing things with excellence. Make sure your roles at home are being well taken care of as a mom, as a dad, as a husband, as a wife. If you don't have any of them, as a worker at the job that you're at, if you have 10 minutes where there's a lull, look for something to do. Go sweep, write a letter to your boss, tell her how much you appreciate her. Just keep giving of yourself. You want to do things with excellence. Hey, do small things. Make your bed in the morning. Before you leave the house, make sure the dishes are done. Take care of yourself. Pick your clothes out the night before. There's so many little details that you could do to think, what should I do that can bring more excellence into my life? So let's see. Anything else? Eat well, exercise, journal your feelings. If you feel that you are just overwhelmed with your feelings, journal them. Talk to somebody you trust. And then here's a method that I use so much in my life. It's called shifting. Well, at least I call it shifting. I was going through a really emotional experience, and I had my whole life ever since, I was younger. There was a lot of things that had happened that caused a lot of emotional baggage for me. I wasn't the type of person that said, oh, I have to focus on my goals. I have to do this, to work on this. I didn't know. All I knew is I was just on an emotional roller coaster. I was just doing whatever kept people around me happy. So I didn't live and breathe goals because I didn't have any. I didn't really know what to do other than, the next step of, all right, I go to school, I go to work. Didn't have anything that I was looking forward to. So what I do now, I learned within the last few years, because God is the ultimate coach. He coached me through my big emotional experience. And I thought it was one of the greatest lessons he ever taught me. And it was shifting. To shift my emotions to my goals. Not saying that our emotions should not be cared for, because if there is something that we really need to take care of, I'm not saying, oh, okay, you just had a loss. Well, shift to your goals. No, I am saying, yes, there are times that we need to dive in and really allow ourselves to be sad and, talk through it. But when you notice that it is an emotion that is only linked to something that could lead to destruction, or it's just not getting you anywhere, shift to your goals. And it's best to do it in that moment because you are retraining your brain. So if you are, something should arise, somebody texts you and it just, one of those, almost kicked you in the stomach, took your breath away. Oh, you can feel that. Shift it to your goals. Okay, yes, that hurt. Is it something that I need to deal with? No, because it's just something somebody said and they didn't know how to say it in a nice way, so they just said it and it came across wrong. Shift to your goal. Okay, what was I working on? Get back to it. Start working on it. You have to, it's shifting to a task. Shift to a task. Shift to a task. So if something comes up and you feel like, oh, I just don't want to do that, but that's what you want to be working on, shift to your goal. Shift to the next thing you were doing. Shifting is so key and so important on so many levels. It helps to retrain your brain. It's a whole physiology thing, so it just helps your body to learn, okay, yeah, I don't have to dwell on these things that are holding me back. So live, breathe your goals, keep your head in the game, and yeah, go to God because He is the ultimate coach. All right, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.